Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 15 tips to grow long, healthy hair. So I'm going to be covering scalp, roots, edges, length, and ends. And I'm so excited to give you these tips. These are my time-tested tips that I thought would be very helpful. And if you already know these tips, that is perfect. That's great. You are already on your way to a healthy head of hair. So I'm going to start with the scalp. So if you have a healthy scalp, you have a healthy environment for hair growth. So my first tip is to use a silicone shampoo brush / massage brush to agitate your shampoo instead of your fingers. So when you use a shampoo brush, it's going to remove the product buildup on your scalp better than what your fingers can do. So I use the Zillion shampoo brush. I think it's very good for a tender head. I have a very tender head and I really go in with the shampoo brush, and I do not have a sore scalp afterwards. Instead, my scalp feels good and I'm increasing that circulation and I am enjoying my day. So my second tip is going to be oiling the scalp. When you oil your scalp, you're getting the vitamins and the healing properties from those oils. So you want to choose an oil that's best for you, whether it's a lighter oil or a heavy oil. The best way to know when to oil your scalp is to check on your scalp daily. So you want to check it with your eyes and you want to check it with your fingers. So this is tip number 3. To treat a dry, irritated scalp internally, you can use evening primrose oil or borage oil. Evening primrose oil and borage oil are high in GLA, which is gamma linoleic acid. GLA is an omega-6 essential fatty acid with strong anti-inflammatory effects. Tip number 4, very important. Do not scratch your scalp. You do not want the bacteria from your nail beds to irritate your scalp further. On to roots. Tip number 5, you want to make sure that you're detangling your roots properly. So what you want to do is, whether you finger detangle, use a comb or a brush, you just want to make sure that even though you're starting at the ends of your hair, you want to make sure you're making your way all the way up. You want to prevent the breakage that you would experience from trying to get the knots and the locks out of the roots of your hair. Tip number 6, I want to talk about the supplements that I'm taking to promote healthy hair growth. So I am definitely taking a multivitamin. I prefer to take a women's multivitamin because they typically have blends that are for hair, skin, and nails. And you do not have to take a gender-specific vitamin. As long as you're taking a multivitamin, you're okay. So the next supplement I'm taking is MSM, which is methyl sulfonyl-methane. It's a type of sulfur that is naturally found in foods like onions and garlic that promotes hair growth. So the next supplement that I take is collagen. It's a protein that's naturally found in your body. And to supplement collagen, you are benefiting your skin, muscles, joints, but also the strength of your hair. So I want to note that collagen is not vegetarian or vegan. If you are vegetarian or vegan, you can take collagen boosters, which would help to promote your body's natural production of collagen. And some examples of collagen boosters are vitamin C, vitamin E, and antioxidants such as grapeseed extract, rosehip, and acerola. So the last important supplement that I'm taking are omega-3s and 6s. Omega-3 and 6 oils promote healthy cellular function. Some sources of omega-3s and 6s are different kinds of fish oil. The vegetarian and vegan friendly sources, flax seeds and flaxseed oil, chia seeds, and hemp seeds or hemp seed oil. Now we are on to edges. And tip number 7 is, not only do you want to keep the edges that you already have oiled and moisturized, but if you're trying to grow in your edges, what you want to do is make sure that you're keeping the areas where you want your edges to grow in, like the skin, moisturized as well. Tip number 8 is to switch to natural facial care product. Harmful chemicals in your facial care could be stunting the growth of your edges. Now we are on to the length of the hair or your hair shaft. And tip number 9 is to spritz your hair with water daily, because water is your main source for true moisture of your hair. So you have some choices. You don't have to use just plain water. You can use aloe vera juice, which is my favorite, rose water, a glycerin and water mix, or steeped herbs in water or a hair tea. Tip number 10, after you spritz your hair with water, lock in that moisture using the LOC or LCO method. You're layering products for healthy hair. In my routine, the L stands for liquid, and that liquid would be water. The C stands for cream, which for me would be a leave-in conditioner. And the O stands for oils. Instead of considering like shea butter or cocoa butter, mango butter, etc. to be the cream, I consider those types of butters to be the oil. And just like treating your scalp, what you want to do is look with your eyes and feel with your fingers for when you need to reapply these products. Tip number 11 is to rotate where you start your styling and detangling. So if I keep starting in the same place on my hair, one part of my hair is going to get the good, awesome, very careful styling, and another part of my hair is going to get the rushed, impatient, inexperienced handling, and that can cause breakage over time. I mean, instead of trying to track, oh, okay, I guess I'm more skilled in the beginning and frustrated during the end, it's just easier to just rotate where you start your styling. Tip number 12, especially with curly hair, the ends of your hair are not always situated at the very end of your hair. They get curled up and intertwined with the other length of your hair. When you're applying your product, smooth your hair down from the roots to the ends. And when you're smoothing it down, you're bringing all of your ends to the end of your hair. So when you start to detangle, you're not putting the brush in and potentially ripping down on your hair and breaking it. So tip number 13 is to make sure that you are applying your deep conditioner to clean hair. Because if you're applying your deep conditioner to dirty hair, not only are you wasting product, but your hair is not getting the full benefit of that amazing deep conditioning mask. So now we're at the ends. Tip number 14 is you want to consider the last 3 to 4 inches of your hair to be your ends, not just the very end. Your ends, like each strand of your hair, is not ending at the same point. So you want to make sure you have all of your bases covered by just moving that love and TLC just up a little bit when you're applying that extra product. My last tip, I invite you to just get a little cosmic with me. And this tip is about trimming your hair. So regardless of how often you trim your hair, it can be a beneficial idea for you to trim your hair with the lunar cycles. The moon plays a beneficial part in balancing your body, your hair, your crown, your spiritual antennae. I suggest you check out Morocco Method. www.moroccomethod.com is where I get my month-to-month hair trimming calendar. There are times when you trim your hair that promote hair growth, and there are times when you're removing your hair that stunt and prevent hair growth. So take that into consideration when you're trimming your hair if you're willing to get a little cosmic with me on hair care. I want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel today. So make sure that you like and subscribe. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Feel free to tag a friend that you think would benefit from these tips. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.